What's up, guys, and welcome back to the doctor's office. I am Dr. K.O. Knight, here to give you a proper diagnosis and prognosis and everything comics and comic book characters. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever heard me say on this channel that I'm not a Batman fan, because I'm really not. However, because of Absolute Power going straight into Justice League Unlimited, which is also going into DC All In, I do need to read some of the Batman stories that are coming out because they are related to stuff going on for DC All In, right? So, Batman number 154. Now, if you've been reading the new Batman series, wonderful. I'm only going to give you kind of what's going on from 153. The Mayor of Gotham has essentially gotten killed. There's a new hero in Gotham named Commander Starr, and as well as Randall Savage being the police commissioner. Jim Gordon is no longer the police commissioner. Like, there's a crap ton of stuff going on. But as per previous issue, the mayor of Gotham has been shot and killed in front of his house. Okay. Now, Batman, who is pretty close to the mayor, just like he's close to Jim Gordon, is investigating this whole situation along with Harvey Bullock and Jim Gordon. Now, a lot of the things happening right now are just absolutely insane, because on top of Batman investigating this, Bruce Wayne is also investigating the fact that somebody is claiming to be his brother and is trying to stake a claim in Wayne Industries. So getting into this, we start doing the investigation, and Batman is looking at the crime scene and what was going on, and he's talking to Harvey, and they are trying to figure out what's going on before like the official police investigation starts happening. So he goes looking around the mayor's house and everything like that. Now, they did find his wife, and his wife says that around midnight she went walking with their 2-year-old child, and they think that that's very odd. And another thing that they think is very odd is the fact that she will not unlock her phone so that they can look at it. So while they are doing that whole interrogation, she just decides to ask for her lawyer. Now, that's very suspicious, is it not? Now, Batman does talk to the mayor's assistant, and she is just absolutely in tears, and she can't really think of anybody who would want the mayor to be dead other than enemies of the mayor. And, you know, of course, he has a bunch of fucking enemies. It's Gotham City. So he decides to pay Edward Nygma a visit. And Edward Nygma is actually having dinner with 2 people. One of them, who I think his name is like Lenoid Cole, who is the new head of the Court of Owls. And he says that if he was going to do this, it would be way quieter. And to be perfectly honest, they would literally let the whole entire city know that they are the ones who did it. And, you know, that makes sense. And Bruce is just like, get your affairs in order. I don't trust you. I don't trust any of y'all. Now, while that is all happening, he does go to the morgue, and he does try to see what he thinks is missing from the investigation. The coroner is just like, you know, I'll share my information with you, you share your information with me, and I'll leave you to it. I'm going to go get a coffee. So he's going to go look at that. Meanwhile, the protesters who are just protesting Bruce Wayne, Wayne Enterprises and everything. I said Wayne Industries earlier, Wayne Enterprises. But the people who are like protesting him now have these conspiracy theories that Wayne Industries essentially is who killed the mayor. Of course they do. Then on top of that, he's still dealing with the fact that this person, whose last name is Puford, I can't remember his first name. It'll pop up on the screen. But I think his last name is Puford. And he is looking for his claim to Wayne Enterprises via his father, which would be Thomas Wayne. Now, the lady who he's talking to, she's just trying to assure him, like, you know, I don't think that this is a bluff. I think we should kind of just let him have whatever he wants to have. And Bruce is just like, no. But he doesn't know this person, and he doesn't know the history of this person. So she starts giving information where his mother was a nurse at the hospital, because he used to be a nurse at the hospital that his father worked at, and then which is also supported by Wayne Industries or Wayne Enterprises. Oh my God. But and his mother was also a nurse there at the same time that his father was a doctor there. He goes to go see Miss Tompkins, who patched him up the last time he got into a fight, which literally was last issue when he went against Commander Starr. And she knew what happened. It was a time when his parents weren't happy, and there was some issues going on between them, and the girl's name was Tara. And so she's basically solidifying the fact that this could possibly be 100% true. So he's still dealing with that. While he's dealing with that, the protesters break the windows of the hospital or the clinic that they're at. And the girl that she was treating, this little Russian girl, is like basically running. She gets attacked by one of the protesters, and he decides that he's going to whoop their ass, because why the fuck are you putting your hands on a little girl? I agree. Why are you doing that? She's a child. Get your fucking grown ass man hand off her. Anywho, so he then decides to go to the mayor's house where all of this happens and try to figure out what he's missing and what is going on. He's like, what do you see? Detective work. So while he goes there, someone else is also there, and it's Jim Gordon. So he's basically like, we had the same idea. Meanwhile, he's also on the phone with Harvey Bullock, and he's like, tell me what you see. And they're all kind of just figuring out the crime scene and things like that. And he's talking about like a weapon that was easily accessible that got moved and then got put back. There was bleach on the mayor's hands, all kinds of stuff. And Bullock is now on the line, and he's just like, this is bad. Just by the way, I'm trying to keep it hush hush, but I don't know, man. And he's just like, what is it? And it was a bunch of text messages. He was able to hack into the mayor's wife's phone. There's a bunch of text messages, a shit ton of text messages. She was having an affair, which is why, of course, her alibi was, I was out at midnight with my 2-year-old child walking through the park. And they're just like, I don't believe you. Also, Commander Starr had showed up to fight the protesters while, they were out there. Anyway, so the reason that he's giving Bruce this information is because the affair was happening with Jim Gordon, and Jim is pointing a gun at Batman right now. And he's like, I beg your finest fucking pardon? What are you doing pointing a gun at me? And he's like, I didn't mean to. I was defending myself. I didn't want to kill him. Because he did point out that the person who killed him definitely knew how to shoot. But he had bruises on his face. So there was a fight that happened first that escalated to murder. And he's throwing little hints like the person definitely killed him, but didn't mean to. It wasn't intentional, and that's not what they came here for. And essentially, he starts fighting Gordon, and he's just like, how? Like, you pointed a gun at me? And he's just like, I didn't mean to. One, he didn't mean to point the gun. He definitely meant to point the gun at him because he's very nervous, because Batman is a fucking genius detective at this point. And he didn't mean to kill the mayor, so he says. So Harvey's just like, bro, what is going on? And he's not saying anything. Him and Gordon sit on the floor because they're about to have this talk. That is a twist. Hello? That is fucking amazing. And again, I tend to read the Batman comic books like that. However, all of the DC All-In stuff is getting very, very good, very twisted. This is a fucking twist. Absolutely phenomenal for this fucking issue. I loved that. So I will continue to read it. But let me know you guys' thoughts. And that is it for this episode of The Doctor's Office. And I will see you guys at your next checkup.